and never seen him before. But he busts up in the background commanding attention from my kids. Like, where is such and such at? Y'all come in, y'all ain't hear me come in, da, 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 da. Y'all ain't what y'all doing? Like, my kids looking at me and they keep on talking to me. I'm like, y'all good? Who is that? You know what I'm saying? They don't even know to say his name. So at this point, I'm like, random. You feel me? And he think because he got a few dollars, my kid's supposed to give him some attention because he's trying to hand out dollars. Like, nigga, I give my kids money. They not impressed by that. Long story short, I keep talking to my kids. Dude wound up coming to the phone, speaking to me or whatever. I'm like, what's up, my G? Who are you? You know, like, they not paying, attention because they in here talking to their father. You know, real shit. Um, Long story short, I don't got no problem with people in their tattoos or none of that. Peace to you, Holly. Good to see you. I don't got no problem with people in their tattoos or none of their lifestyles, but I do pay attention to certain things that come with that. Um, this man got tattoos like all over this side of his face, like, and I'm sitting there like, all right, you think that's cool? I ain't got no problem with that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this same lady caught herself approaching me, trying to tell me I need to be careful who I bring around my kids. Now, mind you, I had just told her I'm not talking to somebody no more. You feel me? You need to cut them out. She told me, did she twist their arm? Did she hurt them or something? Otherwise, what happened to you ain't got nothing to do with them. But yet and still, here it is, even me as their father. If I was abusive to their mother, guess what? They would surmise to keep my kids away from me too. If they wanted to take it that far. You feel me? They could. So how come when I'm being abused and I tell you I don't want somebody around my kids no more because they put my kids in harm's way, so as prevention, I'm like, cut that out. You feel me? Instead, you keep it going. And that's all the more reason I'm like, nah, I got to have my kids, bro. Because you're not making the best decisions for them, nor you. Shit don't make no damn sense. Like, as much as I don't want to be no mean person taking somebody's kids, like, but they my kids too. So I got to answer for what I don't do when I see something ain't right. But yeah, I seen that shit and it stuck out to me because recently my daughter had told my ex-wife, like, daddy's talking to somebody and she's real cool. I think y'all should be friends. Y'all should get to know each other. You know, sometimes the babies say things that's so important, you feel me, that us as adults, it's, you know what I'm saying, it just go right over our head type shit. In my mind, she said what was right. You feel me? Um, so her mama come to me instead of, getting with the program, she come to me talking about, nah, I told her I ain't finna be cool with nobody that you talking to. Da, 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 da. I'm like, but you don't got no reason. What's up, Shabo? You don't got no reason. You feel me? Other than, you know, shoot, your mother seen her. She's a beautiful young lady, you feel me? Other than jealousy, bro. You feel like that lady too pretty. Now the last girl I was talking to, you ain't think she looked better than you, so you ain't had no problem. You wanted her to stay in the picture. She wasn't no threat to you. But the fact this other lady, you feel like she looked better than you. Now it's like, nah, I ain't even finna be cool with her. I ain't even finna give her a chance. But are you acting like that based on what this previous lady just did? And if that's the case, why you still cool with her? Why are you still cool with this lady? But you want to hold everybody else to that standard. You feel me? And then come in my house and have the nerve to say, well, if you talking to somebody new, until you sure that that's who you gonna be with, I don't want you to have them around. Who you talking to? Yes. I'm like, who you talking to? You feel me? Now, mind you, she kicked me out the house. Or where I left. Let's put it like that. I left after her threatening to have police shoot me. Only for you to move in the new dude that you was messing with. Now, mind you, this post where she talking about, yeah, dude scared of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give him some. He's scared. Guess I'm gonna have to find a new weed man. I'm like, And then all of a sudden your favorite song is Chris Brown and what's the name in the bathroom. You know that Yellow Beezy song. I'm like, what's the odds? What is the odds? And you over your friend house. Hmm. You probably was over your friend house trying to get nasty with the weed, man. Come on, G. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And then you turned around and moved him in and come to find out. Nah, nah, let me leave that though. But yeah, boy. So you know how people be saying they won't mess with certain type of people. Come to find out, he definitely was one of them certain type of people. So it's like I can't trust nothing you say. Not to mention, I made that example because me and dude, I actually became cordial with him. Because I don't got a problem with you. I got a problem with what she did. That was our commitment she violated. Like, you made a big deal about wanting to be married, only for you to turn around and not respect it. You feel me? Like, hmm? How you make this big push about wanting to be married, only for you to turn around and violate your marriage? You, not me. Like, if I would have cheated on her, that would have been the first thing came out. Oh, he cheated on me. Da 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 da. Like what? Instead, she want to make up stuff like, oh, he was messing with my niece. What? You mean the same niece I told you when she was like maybe 9 or 10, and she kept on hitting me, and I'm like, bro, you need to tell her to cut that out. I'm her uncle. I am her uncle. She like, well, she probably just like you. I said, I know exactly what's going on, but she need to know I'm her uncle. This ain't appropriate at all. You shouldn't even be feeling like that about me. You can look up to me, you can appreciate me, but it's a line. It's a line you can't cross. But instead of her addressing that, she never addressed it. Only for her to turn around once we separated, try to use that as a manipulation to keep me from trying to come for my kids. Because I told her, I'm like, bro, all right, you can leave all you want to. You can be done with me all you want to, but you know I'm coming for my kids, bro. Because I ain't did nothing to you. And here it is, you trying to take me away from my family. Like, I'm cool on that. Like I said, bro, like I be peeping a lot. I be peeping a lot, man. To the point that's where I'm at now. Like, people compliment me, people say a lot of things, but I just be like, no, I can trust. I don't know if I can trust it. You know what I'm saying? Cause the things that, yeah, the things that I did trust, people violated. You know what I'm saying? Like commitment, consideration, intimacy. And you like, hold on, G, I'm making a big deal out of this shit, but it don't even matter to the people who everybody say it should. Like, society will have you thinking that women are just so into love. You know what I'm saying? Like, when truth be told, we all just humans out here being a product of our environment. And how that shit come out, based on society would determine what's acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Society can accept the fact that women have emotions. But as far as men having emotions, they can't accept that. It's like, what? Society can accept the fact that women can be abused. But as far as men being abused, society can't accept the fact that that happens. They can accept the fact that women are mothers, but they can't accept the fact that men are fathers, let alone black men. That's just not. I mean, and if they ain't, it's because they don't know how. Like, if we be real, what are examples at? What they, and it's the same thing with the women too, though. But I say that because, uh-huh. Oh no, that's facts. You definitely can figure it out. Especially when, like you said, you can figure it out if you want to. If you want to be something, you'll figure it out. But a lot of people just so busy being distracted by what they think is being an adult that they think they got it figured out. So they don't even, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I say a lot of people just don't know. And like you said, how long you gonna go off that excuse though? No different than me being like, man, my mama want me to work this way, but it ain't working for me. So I had to figure out what worked for me. I can't keep on using the excuse of she want me to do it this way. Then figure out what worked for you. You know what I'm saying? But she basically just trying to get you to the point of recognize you got some work to do. You feel me? It's the same thing. Like I'm having this conversation, but I understand where that lady coming from. She's so busy being distracted by what she thinks she understands that this understanding just goes over her fucking head. Like, some people when you just doing better than your last generation, like who are we to be like you ain't shit? You know what I'm saying? Like if you come from a situation where you weren't even with your mother and then you got your kids, for a lot of people that's a step up. Even though they gotta recognize now why your mother didn't have you. You see what I'm saying? Because there was a play going on that led to your mama being out of her mind, and they said, "Man, she don't need to have her kids around her." So when you think about that, it's like, bro, you thinking you so much better than your parents or the people before you is leading to you being just like them, just on a different level. Now you don't got no excuse. Cause at least they could say in the past, like, oh, they was strung out on drugs, so that was their problem. What's your problem? What's your problem? Other than you full of yourself. And quite frankly, she got to take responsibility for that answer side. I knew it. She got to take responsibility for that. And society, got to recognize, like, we can't keep playing this gender war. Like, women do this, men do this. Like, yeah, if that's the dynamic of y'all relationship, that's the dynamic of y'all relationship. But that ain't for everybody else to be like, I got to live based on that. Everybody got their own dynamics. But like I said, with that whole, not wanting to be a father or a mother, that's the conversation for real. Because a lot of people don't want that. I wanted to be a father since I recognized my father. You know what I'm saying? Like the moment I recognized him, I wanted to be that. Like I wanted to be everything that he embodied. You know what I'm saying? And one thing for sure, my father was a father. Like that was first and foremost for him. You know what I'm saying? So for me looking up to him, that's the first thing that I picked up. I want to be a father before anything. Before me wanting to be an athlete, before me wanting to do music, anything, I peeped that my daddy was there. So I always wanted to be a father. For a lot of people, they got to look back and recognize you ain't always wanted to be this. So that's why it'd be hard for you to just step into the role. But now that done brought a life into this world, it's time for you to grow into that role. Cause like I said, I feel like my ex, she more or less just trying to right a wrong that was done to her. And some people, when they plan things out, they only plan it but so far. So it looked good on the outside. You feel me? It looked great. But on the inside, it's a hellhole. It's a hellhole. And quite frankly, I'm more worried about my children. Well, not even more worried. I'm more concerned about my next generation than because I felt like I healed their mother as much as I could. I've been there for her as much as I can. The rest she got to do for herself because she know all the information. She know all the right things, but it got to make sense to her to do it. Kind of like I was telling you with my son thing. Like she know what need to be done with him, but if it don't make sense to her to do it, she not gonna do it. And quite frankly, right now, it ain't that it don't make sense. It's the opposite of what he would do. I hate it for her. Like she in that conundrum where everybody be in when you break up with somebody and it's like I gotta do the opposite of what I've been doing. Just to make myself feel like I'm doing something different. Um the sad part is like I said, she'll tell you, um, I didn't I didn't abuse her, cheat on her, do any of these societal things to make you feel like, oh, you can't be in that situation. It's unreconcilable. So at that point, you have to ask yourself and that person, like, why did you leave? Or what do you want out of life? What do you want out of life when everybody is pursuing to have a family, have a husband, and everything that you had, only for you to turn around and throw it away? Like she intentionally told me, I gotta stop being intimate with you. Like, most people be like, I couldn't be with him because hey girl, he wasn't getting it. Nah, she like, nah, I can't be intimate with you if I'm gonna break up with you. So basically, she had to trick herself into thinking I wasn't shit in order to leave. So she cut off, well, she ain't cut off me taking care of her because she took that money and wound up going on about her business with that shit. What's so funny though? Here go the funny story though. After she kicked me out, you feel me, with the whole police threat and all that, and I had already told my daughter like, cause my daughter was like, "Why you and mommy keep fighting?" And I said, "Me and mommy ain't doing nothing. You feel me? If you pay attention, I'm talking. Your mama breaking stuff, trying to be violent with me. You feel me? But I'm basically telling her I'm not leaving, and she telling me to get out of my house where I take care of y'all. You feel me? So I tell my daughter, I'm like, man, we ain't finna go too deep into that, but what I will show you is what you do when people being abusive to you. You know what I'm saying? So the next time that happens, daddy gonna leave, but I'm not leaving you. I'm leaving this situation. So when I come back, you will know that there's nothing that can break our bond. There's nobody that can come in between that. Me and you got a relationship. Yes, me and your mama came together and made you, but now you gonna see that you got a relationship with your mama and you got a relationship with your daddy that goes beyond us being together. So, of course, once that shit happened again, I stepped in the hallway after having that conversation with her mama about having somewhere to go. My daughter seen me in the hallway, gave me a hug, and was like, "Daddy, it's time, ain't it?" It's like, "Yup, it's time, baby." She hugged me, kissed me, told me she loved me, ran in the room, got her sisters, said, "Come on out. Daddy finna go." Her sisters was like, I'm playing, I ain't got time, you know what I'm saying? They was doing what they was doing, you feel me? She like, "No, Daddy finna go. Come out here." So then my other two daughters came in the hallway, hugged and loved on me, told me they love me and stuff. And I had to, you know what I'm saying, kick push up out that motherfucker. But I said all that to say, once the time came, remember I was telling you I was giving her a certain amount of time to get herself together. Once that time came to where the lease was up, you feel me, and she still was there with that dude or whatever, they got ready to move to their new place. Why the same day they get everything in, it flood? At that point, I started praying to my ancestors like, don't take her life. Like, I know she did me dirty. I know she got some shit coming. But don't do that. Like, I see where this is going. Don't do that. From then on, like, me and her started getting better relationship. Like, we started doing different things with the kids, planning trips, taking them for their birthday and stuff. But we wasn't together, you know what I'm saying? Still on some, trying to co-parent or whatever. But when that last situation happened with my son, where she took him out of my care, I just like, I backed away from her ass all the way, like, because I see what's going on. Like, the only difference in the situation is how I feel about it. She gonna do what she gonna do. But I was driving myself crazy trying to, do the best I can do all the while. That ain't what she wanted. So in order for me to get back in a better position to do what's best for my kid, I gotta put myself in that position. And that's where I'm at. Like, that's why I had to make that decision in less than 24 hours to move around, because the reasons that I was around, they no longer there. You feel me? And in order for me to get better situation, I gotta move around. Like, I gotta literally put myself in a better situation to where it's like it's more conducive for them to be with me than you. Um, she tried to get me to go to therapy just so she could have that against me. Yeah, like, but then when I tell her I'm ready to go do what's necessary for my sanity, and I want to take my son with me, she tell me like, "Nah, you can't take him with you because you done been homeless before. Mind you, mind you, you got taken from your family as a kid. You got the nerve to talk about somebody being homeless." Bro, you done been homeless at least four, man, bro, four times that I can think of that ain't got nothing to do with me. You feel me? We lost everything and shoot, I got us back on our feet within less than a week. So at the end of the day, what's up with this debate? At the end of the day, I know, you feel me, we done been homeless before, but I never held that against you. So for you to turn around and try to hold that against me when I'm trying to take care of my son and take better care of myself, like that don't make no sense. So it's to the point you only want me to get my kids when you want to break, not for me to do what's best for, you know what I'm saying, them having a proper time with both parents. You just let me get them like I'm a babysitter, like, and I'm not on that with you. Like when it comes to making decisions for their life, you don't let me have no say in it. So it's like, yeah, I ain't got no choice but to fight for custody. And in order to get to that point, like I said, I gotta situate myself so to where it's like I don't want my kids to go into custody. So if I'm not situated and I rock the boat, where else they gonna go? That's the shit I had to think about. Like, as much as I wanted my kids on the face, my homeboys was like, bro, go on and let her fall on her face. Cause if you have them, they not gonna be as merciful with you while you still trying to figure out shit. So that being said, that's where I'm at with it. We can run until we see a million. Nah, but we ain't waiting that long. We ain't waiting that long at all. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the long fight, but we fighting it though. It's a long fight, but we fighting it though. Cause especially with these different laws that done changed, that shit got me definitely on the man. Let's go. We ready to what? Hold up, G. Hold up. Let me get my daughters close to me, cause she out here being loose, and then you come on, bro. You no. I'm talking about. I mean, it's only a matter of time when they seeing her moving like that. It's like how do you explain to your kids why you got so many different people coming in and out your life? How do you explain to your kids how you turned on their daddy, who is probably the most gentle person they done met in their life, only for you to turn around and have all these people around? Like, what are you explaining to? What are you showing them? If anything, they gonna either one develop a disdain for you because they see you on trash, or two have a disdain for good people in their life. It's gonna go one way or the other. And right now they still got a love for me, so they be looking at their mama crazy. And I be having to tell them like, don't hold that shit against your mama. Because the more you hold things against people, you gonna have to understand how they got there. So you gonna go through it yourself. So show love to your mama regardless. But it's like I be feeling like I don't get that in return. Yeah, you got your babies deep over there. I be feeling like she be sitting there talking like I can't worry about it, but I know I don't get that same in return. Like if my kids ask some stuff about me, she probably let that shit go left. You know what I'm saying? But I just look at it like I can't do that to my kids because they gonna be affected in the long run. Cause that's them too. You know what I'm saying? But I love my babies though. You ain't gonna get that. I know I'm not gonna get that back in return because society, it ain't gonna, it's not gonna require that. Cause that's the only way, like some people gonna adapt when the people around them stop taking their bullshit. And that's the reason why I got cut out. Cause I stopped taking the bullshit. Stop taking the bullshit. Cause yeah, I like it too. Nah, you shouldn't. It looks good on you. Believe it. Yeah. Tell her I said hello. All right, peace, Queen. But yeah, man. Running through the pages of my life today, man. Running through the pages of my life today. Definitely want to send a shout out to those who were concerned about my well-being. That's the main reason for this video too, because I want to let the people know I'm good. Yeah, man, doing what I gotta do to make something shake, man. Just doing what I gotta do to make something shake. Nothing too crazy. Um, but it's all for the upliftment of my family, all for the upliftment of my seeds. But I also want to end with this though. I am grateful for everything that I've been through. I am grateful for all the things that I've been shown that I'm able to overcome. With every perceived obstacle has become an opportunity for me to triumph. I am grateful. 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 We got to remind ourselves of these things because we got to raise to the vibration of the celebration that we planning on having. Let this be a joyous occasion when things come up on you. When things come up on you, this is a, man, come on now. Tell me this ain't going to be an epic comeback. Tell me this ain't the beginning. But when people, never seen that long stretch or working towards the long haul, they don't know where it begins. But it begins here. It begins here. So, that being said, the journey has begun, my friend. The journey has begun. I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. You are one, and I'm so glad we in connection. Kinfo, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair, come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We about to break bread right now. That being said, peace within, peace out. I know you about to have an amazing day because how we started it out. Lovely day.